I'm here with gubernatorial candidates Trent Meyer and James Melrose.
Woo.
Trent, how should Minnesota account for our recent budget problems? Should we increase taxes on the wealthiest Minnesotans or cut services provided by the government?
Due to Minnesota's recent economic issues, I believe we should raise a reasonable tax on the wealthy. This raise on a tax for the wealthier will provide more funds for government-run programs in the state. This includes programs such as welfare and food stamps for families struggling in these hard times. Also programs such as WIC, which provide resources for new mothers who can't afford things like baby formula or diapers. These are the programs that will begin the small raise in tax from the wealthier and help our whole state's economy by doing so.
James, do you have any other?
Although I do believe we should be using more money to help fund government programs. Such as
James!
I can't do this. Such as WIC and helping the environment and providing health care. I do not believe that we should tax the wealthy. I believe there are other ways we could go about getting this money to fund these programs.
James, what is your plan for addressing the achievement gap in Minnesota between white students and minority students?
To address this achievement gap in Minnesota, I would donate money to schools so that they can hire more teachers to improve teacher training so that they are better suited to help underachieving students.
Trent, do you have a rebuttal?
I do agree partially with him, but what would you do if they keep underperforming? Would you keep investing, or would you?
In this case, if students were to continue dropping out and not doing well, I would look into if it was just a certain area in the country that this was in, if it was perhaps a certain subject or something like that, then I would look more closely into that part of the country.
Trent, what's the most effective way to curb gun violence in Minnesota?
If we want to keep Minnesota safer and lower gun violence here, we will have to put more gun restrictions and qualifications to who can purchase guns, more than just checking for past mental illness. I would like a simple psychological test before every purchase of any gun here. If there is a small price to be paid to run these tests, I think a raise in a tax on the wealthy and a little raise yourself is a small price to pay for our safety.
James, do you have a rebuttal?
For me, so would you say that you would be, a sense, banning guns in some places?
No, I would. No, only to those who have maybe a psychological problem with weapons or have had a recent past of, like, murder.
Okay, well, although I do agree on thoroughly checking their backgrounds, I would also encourage the conceal and carry permit law. For if criminals knew that more people around them had guns, they would definitely hesitate before performing any other crimes. And I also believe that banning guns would not have much of an effect due to the fact that they are already breaking one law. I don't see what another law would really do.
James, what is your opponent Trent's strongest quality?
Trent definitely knows responsibility, I'd say, and knows commitment.
Trent, what do you think James's strongest quality is?
I'd say he knows how to be a leader and he knows how to help everybody with their own certain problems.
James, do you have a final statement?
My final statement would be that, to recap my stances on the issues, I would not tax the wealthy, I would donate more money to schools to improve teacher training. I encourage the conceal and carry law, and I would not ban assault weapons. And if you vote for me, you won't be disappointed.
Trent, do you have a final statement?
If you would vote for me, I'd like to represent this state and bring it back to a time of economic stability and growth.